welcome to another Pick a Pile reading. It's lovely to be here with you today. So today we're doing a reading on your physical body. Well, sort of on your physical body. We're going to look into what your physical body is trying to tell you. So, if you're exhausted, run down, tired, there's usually a message in that. If you're in any type of pain or dealing with any chronic issues, there's usually a message in that. But essentially, whatever your body is experiencing right now, your physical body, your physical experience, we're going to find out what the message is behind that and what it is trying to communicate to you. So we have 3 piles in front of us here today. Group 1, you have the affirmation, I am a loving, joyful person. Group 2 have the affirmation, I am open and receptive. And group 3's affirmation is, the world is our heaven on earth. So what I want you to do is basically go with the affirmation that seemed to resonate with you the most. So, if hearing one of those things made you feel a significant emotion, or if any of them made you feel something, or if any of them resonated more than the others, or one of them just felt like you really needed to hear that, then go with that group. Obviously, if you feel like you needed to hear more than one, you may have more than one message in more than one group, and that's okay. Go with whatever you feel. But take your time, figure out which affirmation is really hitting the most or resonating with you the most. And I'll see you over in your video where we're going to find out what the message is behind this experience. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading today, where we're going to be finding out what your body is trying to communicate to you. So you guys have selected this affirmation here, which says, I am a loving, joyful person. And we'll have a look at the back of this as well now. It says, I release all thoughts and vibrations of confusion, chaos, disharmony, disrespect, or distrust. They are eliminated from my consciousness completely. So this tells me that part of what your body is trying to communicate to you is that it needs to do some release work. It needs to release all these negative vibrations or lower vibrations in order to maybe raise your frequency, clear some blockages, or purge some things out. So we'll put it this way so that you guys know that this is your pile. And we'll get some further messages for you. So I haven't done a reading like this before. It's very new to me. So I'm learning as I go along with this one. I'm just going to see how it runs. I think first we might go with the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And let's have a look and see what your physical body is trying to communicate with you at present, Group 1. So what's Group 1's physical body trying to tell them? What is their vessel trying to communicate them? Group 1, please, Spirit. So we have number 6 here, memories of love. So especially with the imagery here, this feels like there's something that's being held on to. That I think for your own benefit needs to be released. It could be a memory of some kind that needs to be, reviewed. Maybe you need to bring new light or a new perspective to this memory. Try to find some sort of forgiveness, some sort of positive closure in order for you to really fully let it go, because it seems like you're holding on to something. And when we're holding on to some sort of emotion or feeling, it gets stuck in the body and it can create blockages. So because it's the number 6, it's making me think that it could be showing up physically as headaches or migraines or in the sinus area, because the 6th chakra would be the third eye, which is making me think like, you know, forehead, sinus or headaches, maybe even some sneezing, that type of thing. So if that's resonating for you, it feels like this is an emotional blockage that you're holding on to that needs to be let go. Yeah, it could be related to like a previous love or a past love. What's group 1's physical body trying to tell group 1? We've got another number 6. Mostly I'm drawn to the water spouts, water feature in this card, and it feels like an emotional release needs to happen with this release. So I feel like, as well as the letting go, I guess the emotional letting go, not the emotional letting go, like the letting go of the issue, I feel like it will come with an emotional purge. So I feel like you will cry. And this is like the energy moving through the body and you finally releasing it. That's like the physical expression would be the crying. So, you know, spiritually you're letting it go, and then emotionally you let it go too, because that's the physical purge. That's it physically leaving the body. This may also loosen up some tension in your neck, shoulders, back areas as well. And it seems like these emotional blockages, so whatever this is that you're holding on to and not letting go, it's also creating blocks in your material and spiritual prosperity. So these emotional blockages are showing up in your material world and your spiritual world, and it's preventing you from taking a step further or going a step further or getting that prosperity. So sometimes our emotional blockages can create physical ones, and that seems like that's beginning to happen for you. So when you can kind of release the issue, release the emotions, and finally put it all behind you, you know, with a brand new perspective, your material and spiritual growth will also prosper. Okay, so we have the sacral chakra in reverse now. So this is definitely a deeply rooted emotional issue. The sacral chakra, this can become blocked when we are either I'm just trying to choose my words carefully here. The sacral chakra can be deep emotional trauma. It can be deep how can I say this that's going in a way that's appropriate? Let's go with I don't know how to say this because I want to make sure that it's all good for YouTube. Sensual trauma. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's stored in the sacral as well. So if there's been any experiences where you have, you know, perhaps been taken advantage of in any way, that's stored there as well. And you may need to find a way to let go of this. You know, forgiving and releasing doesn't mean you forgive what's happened. It just means you're not going to let it affect you anymore. You know, you're choosing to let it go for your benefit and for your prosperity. But yeah, it can also be sort of something that causes like a lack of self-worth, a lack of self-belief, a lack of self-love. So this is all definitely very related, and this one thing that you're holding on to, and you might be holding on to it for a very good reason. You know, it's not an easy thing to let deeply rooted traumas go, especially related to the sacral and like the root chakra, but because they're sort of like the most deeply rooted traumas. But regardless, like it's definitely all tying in together, and that one thing that needs to be let go of is what's creating all these other blocks. You may be facing creative blocks, intuitive blocks, blocks in your libido, things like that. So on the bottom we have love begins, and it is in the reverse. So it does feel like there is sort of a new beginning for you, or like a new way forward for you when you address this issue and find a way to let it go. There's like a new way of life on the other side. This could also be causing some sort of addiction. So if any of you guys have any sort of addiction to any, you know, food, substances, gambling habits, behaviors of any kinds, it could be this is the root of the issue. Is this deeply rooted trauma that needs to be, I guess, faced and let go of properly to free yourself. And there is definitely a whole new life to experience once you do go into that, which is not available to you just now, but it will be. And it will come with a lot of healing. All right, so we might go into... actually, we won't go into that one just yet. We'll go into the tarot, and we'll just maybe get a clarifier for everything on the table and see if there's any more detail that we can find out for you guys before moving on. Okay, so number 6. Is that the clarifier for number 6? Memories of love, or are we not ready yet? I feel like it's the right card, because it does kind of feels like it's something that's not being finalized. Death in reverse is like something that hasn't been let go. It hasn't come to an end. It hasn't been... like it hasn't been put to an end yet. It's sort of left... It's an open cycle still. The cycle hasn't ended. So it definitely feels like there's something that you need to close out. Ace of Swords in reverse. It's something that affects the way you see the world, or the way you see life. It stops you from trusting other people. Actually, and that was in here, wasn't it? Something about letting go of distrust. Yeah. It causes you to really distrust others, and just be so skeptical of what life has to offer. Is there any other info that we can get of what this person or what this group needs to let go? It could definitely be a person who hurt you in the past. Someone that you thought you were really connected to, or spiritually connected to, who chose to hurt you or betray you in some way. So you need to like let go. Material and spiritual prosperity. Let's have a clarify of that card there. Is there anything that we missed in terms of what Group 1's body is trying to tell them? We have the Page of Swords, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. So look, he is sort of like he's facing all of this, and he's ready to deal with it for the sake of his future. I'm only saying his because it's a he on the card. I think. But yeah, this person here is literally looking at the past, this big thing that's creating this big blockage, ready to sort of sever it for the sake of, you know, the future and your future prosperity and your future abundance. So that's what's going to kind of like remove the blockages that are in your life or showing up in your life. So we have the Star in reverse and the 10 of Wands. So yeah, healing begins when you choose to let all of this go and put all of this weight that you're carrying down. That's when like your healing really begins, and that's when your wishes start to come true, because they're available but they're blocked at the moment. And as soon as you release this this person or this relationship or this whatever happened between you and this other person, as soon as you let all of that go and bring sort of forgiveness into your heart for yourself, that's when your wishes start to come true. And that's when, you know, you start to see abundance showing up in your life, or more abundance showing up in your life. The sacral chakra in reverse. Why is the sacral chakra so blocked? Can we be specific? Okay, we've got the Magician in reverse. So that's a very manipulative energy. So someone who you feel like either sort of like someone like this, kind of like when they are gone from your life, it's like they take a piece of you with them. It's almost like you're never really the same again. So this is someone very manipulative, someone who kind of takes advantage of you, takes your power away, and manipulates emotions, manipulates energy, manipulates resources. So this person could have taken a lot from you and really manipulated you in, you know, pretty harsh ways for some of you. Why is the sacral chakra blocked? I feel like you need to take your power back. There's like a piece of you still with this person, and you need to take it back. So we have Judgment in reverse and Strength. So yeah, once you decide to take your power back, you can totally do that. It's all about your intention and your decisions. But this is definitely someone who walked that judgment in your life for a very long time, and you've had to spend a lot of time sort of just simply regaining your strength to bounce back from this, let alone to actually deal with it properly. I feel like you've been in the phase of like recovering from what actually happened, just trying to find some sort of stability. And, you know, once you find your feet, then maybe you can address this properly. But, you know, for now, you've just been trying to sort of do your best to get by, to get through each day, to find your strength, to find your resilience, and to feel strong enough to actually go through this healing process. What about Love Begins in reverse? We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands in reverse. If you're waiting for an apology from someone, I would say don't, because then you're still leaving that power with that person, or letting that person have some sort of power over you because you're waiting on them for something. Find this closure within yourself. Find this forgiveness within yourself. Don't I feel like you're not going to get the apology that you deserve or the apology that you're looking for. I feel like this is something that you need to do on your own, and find a way to overcome it on your own. But I do also feel like once you close this situation out properly, there is some sort of new beginning on the other side. And if you are a single person watching this, it does look like you have someone who is trustworthy, reliable, they're a provider, they're mature. That's waiting for you on the other side, and it's going to be a real blessing. It's going to help you let your guard down and help you become vulnerable again. But you're not going to be open to that unless you let go of all of this. So basically, you're prolonging or delaying something that can be very beautiful and have a lot of potential by holding on to what happened in the past. Yeah, underneath is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So holding on to that deception, that betrayal, letting it keep you stuck and blocked. Okay, so now we're going to go into the mermaid messages, and we're just going to see if there's anything in here that the mermaids would like to add for group 1 and what their body is trying to tell them. What's group 1's physical body trying to tell them, please? Oh, we have mystery. Going into our darkness can feel like a bit of a mystery. It can be very uncertain, but I feel like this card's asking you to go into those depths, go into that darkness and embrace the mystery that it comes with. Don't fear it, but dive deep with curiosity to see what you're going to find. I feel like Spirit is telling you you're brave enough to do this, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel that you dive into. We do have a little bit of light that's kind of coming through into this darkness. So, yeah. Embrace the mystery of the unknown. Is there anything else the mermaids would like to add on what group 1's body is trying to tell them? Gentleness. So be really kind to yourself. Be very gentle with yourself. Give yourself what you need throughout this process. And also, you can be the light in the dark as well. So when you choose to go into the darkness, you're bringing light with you, and you're going to be able to guide yourself through it. So there's really no need to fear. You might come across some things that you don't like or some things that are a little bit scary, but you're strong enough to face them and bring light and awareness to these things. Yeah, we have innocence. So this is almost asking you to connect with your innocence, your inner child. These two cards together is just about really connecting to your roots, loving your inner child, being very nurturing, caring, looking after yourself like you would a small child, being very gentle with yourself, being very gentle with your body, even giving yourself a cuddle and giving yourself that physical touch to heal yourself and soothe yourself. I think your body, even if you feel like you don't need a cuddle, I do think your body is looking for that cuddle. So if it needs to be from yourself, then give yourself a cuddle. Or if you have children or friends or family that you're comfortable having a cuddle with, I feel like your body is seeking a gentle touch or a gentle caress or a cuddle, that connection, that physical connection, but in an innocent way. It seems like your body is craving that. And underneath the deck is communication, which is kind of almost clarifying that this is what your body is trying to communicate with you. And also, I just feel like, it's just asking you to tune into the communication, because perhaps if you sit with yourself for long enough, you may already know all of this. But then also, I feel like this is also just asking you to regularly check in with yourself and communicate with yourself. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Ask yourself how you're doing. And just keep up that communication with the self, even the higher self and things like that. Okay, so to finish this reading off, we're going to get into the essential oils deck and see what your body needs, so that if you are a fan of essential oils, you can pick some of these up for yourself. But even if not, you can still get some info about what your body needs, and maybe there's a way that resonates with you that you can offer that to yourself. Excuse me. All right, Spirit, what does Group 1's body need, please? What does Group 1's body need? It didn't come out, but I do feel like that's it. So we have lemongrass coming out first. It says here, alleviates and regenerates. I'll get out a few options and you can either pick one or more. What does Group 1's body need? Copaiba bridges the body and mind. Yes, which is going to help you hear that communication and really tune into it. So it feels like the lemongrass can sort of like alleviate excess stress and worry and burdens and things like that. And alleviating sort of all of that extra stuff you're carrying is going to sort of help to clear your mind and bridge that body and mind gap that you may be experiencing at the moment. We'll get one more for Group 1. What does their body need, please, Spirit? What does Group 1's body need? Sandalwood unifies body, mind, and spirit. So similar. So you really need to bridge and bring into harmony the body, mind, and spirit as a whole, because it is one whole entity. They're not meant to be separate entities. And that's why things like meditation and a clean diet and exercising is so important, because it gets rid of everything that we're sort of holding on to in our physical body that is preventing that connection from being clear, and prevents us from being able to really hear what our body's saying. So let's go into each of these just for something extra, and I'll go through what you can use these things for, because some of you may resonate with the issues that are mentioned in this guidebook, and it may help. So I'll just go in alphabetical order. We'll start with Copaiba. Oh, there's a lot of C's. What the heck? All right. So Copaiba, used for abdominal discomfort, aging skin and boosting collagen production, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, arthritis and joint, ligament and tendon pain, atherosclerosis, autoimmune disorders, bacterial infections, bedwetting and incontinence, bloating, bruises and blisters, burns, cancer, cognitive impairment, colitis, coughs, dental and gum issues, digestive problems including constipation, endometriosis, fungal infections, gastrointestinal tract health, gout, heel spurs, high blood pressure, inflammation, insomnia, intestinal infections, liver toxicity, memory problems, muscle pain or cramps, nausea, neuropathy or nerve pain, ocular or eye pressure, pain, Parkinson's disease, plantar fasciitis, premenstrual syndrome, psoriasis, respiratory issues, skin blemishes, sore throat, stress, tendinitis, tonsillitis, viral infections, vomiting, weakened immune system, and wounds. For safety, dilute for topical use if you have sensitive skin. And guys, I'm not a doctor, so always do your research when using anything new, okay? So there's some of the issues coming through with copaiba. And now we'll have a look at lemongrass. That was actually a long list of things that you can use that for, the copaiba. It's like a wonder essential oil. All right, lemongrass you can use for acne, bladder infections, bloating, cancer, cellulite, connective tissue injuries, constipation, digestive problems, edema, fatigue, hypertension, hyperthyroid, hypothyroid, infections, joint pain, kidney infections, kidney stones, ligament pain, lymphatic congestion, muscle pain, nervous conditions, skincare, stress, tendon pain, tumours, and water retention. For safety, dilute for topical use as it may cause skin sensitivity. And if you're putting it in a capsule, dilute the oil and place it in an empty capsule for internal use. Oh, I just choked on something. Sorry. And again, I'm not a doctor. Do your research before using anything new. And sandalwood. Oh my God, there's so much again. I'm having regrets about deciding to read this out. All right, so sandalwood you can use for acne, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, bladder infections, bronchitis, cancer, chronic illness, congestion, coughs, cramps and spasms, cystitis, depression, dry scalp, dry skin, eczema, fluid retention, impotence, insomnia, intestinal infections, low testosterone levels, lung infections, meditation and yoga, nausea, nervous exhaustion, nervous tension, poor sex drive, psoriasis. Oh, poor sex drive, that came up in here. I said you might be struggling with your libido. Psoriasis, restlessness, scarring, skin care, skin infections, stress, tension, throat infections, tumours, urinary tract infections, wounds. For safety, it's safe to apply undiluted. Again, always do your research before using anything new. All right, so that is what your body is trying to tell you, Group 1. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading today. It was something a little bit different, but I thought that it is probably a reading that everybody can benefit from, especially if you've got any pain or any issues going on physically. This is going to help you kind of get to the bottom of it and heal the root of the problem, which will naturally heal the problem and bring you back into alignment. So if you've enjoyed this, if you've resonated, please hit the like button, comment, let me know which group you've resonated with. Feel free to share or subscribe to the channel. But until next time, guys, stay safe, and I look forward to connecting with you again in another video soon. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading, where we are going to be finding out what your physical body is trying to tell you. So whether you've got any pain going on, maybe you're feeling run down, maybe you've got a lot of energy, maybe you've got no energy, whatever your body's physical experience is at the moment, we're going to try and find out what it's trying to communicate to you or tell you about yourself. So if you're here with Group 2, you've resonated most with the affirmation that says, I am open and receptive. So maybe you've resonated with it because you do feel very open and receptive right now, or maybe you resonated with it because you felt like you really needed to hear this affirmation today. But either way, we're going to go into the reverse now and have a look at this side as well. And this one is, I believe in myself. I say affirmations that reflect what I really deserve. So I do feel like the first thing that your body's asking you to do here is to perhaps create some affirmations of your own and start to work with those very regularly, and really make them unique to you. Like, what do you feel that you really deserve? And really cater these affirmations to your personal experience. When you make up affirmations for yourself and you repeat them, I almost feel like there's even more power behind them because they've come from you, your own inner source. So they've got even more power behind them and more intention, and more of a personal connection to you as well. So I feel like the first message here is to create some affirmations of your own that are very ideal for what you're trying to attract or for what you truly deserve, and then being open and receptive to that when it comes in. So let's get deeper into your message and find out what's going on. Oh, that was interesting. So right in between my shoulder blades, I just felt a little, I don't even know what I would describe that. It wasn't a pinch because it wasn't painful. It was almost like a shock, a bit like an electric shock. Like it's not painful, but it's like, oh, hopefully that makes sense. But that kind of tells me that maybe heart chakra in between the shoulder blades. Yeah, that's about heart chakra, I think. You might be dealing with maybe heart chakra blockages, or potentially, I think that's technically the spot where they say that like your angel wings would be. So it could be even like spiritual, like blocks to your spiritual connection or blocks to your spiritual self or something like that. Or you're just dealing with some pain in that spot, or maybe you just felt that shock yourself. But either way, it felt like it was a message for someone. So we are going to find out what's going on with your physical vessel through this deck here. And try and figure out what it's trying to tell you. So what's going on with group 2's physical body and what is it trying to tell group 2? Okay, hang on a minute. What's going on with group 2's physical body and what is this trying to tell group 2? Okay, can we just go one at a time and just be chill? Thank you so much. Okay, so here we've got number 4, rest and rejuvenate in the reverse. So potentially you are needing to find some time to rest and rejuvenate if this is in the reverse position. It feels like maybe you're quite restless and quite stressed out, or quite busy, not getting much time out to yourself, or maybe you're lacking time in nature. Maybe you're cooped up indoors, maybe you have an office job or an inside job where you're not getting out into nature much, and you're being called to reconnect with nature to sort of recharge and release some excess energy that you may be carrying in your physical body. I also see that I'm very drawn to the fact that his neck is on quite a funny position. So I don't know if you guys might be dealing with some neck pain, neck and shoulders. So that could be why I had that little thing in my shoulder before. We'll see. But yeah, you guys might be feeling quite tired. But then when it's time to wind down and rest, you may be quite restless and stressed. So what else is going on with group 2's physical body and what is it trying to tell group 2? All right, we have number 16 and we have disruption. Now, straight away, I see here that he is all out of alignment. He's not straight up and down. Like his head's here, his shoulders are a bit this way, his torso's a bit this way, his hips are a bit this way, his knees are a bit this way. So he's very, very out of alignment. So it feels like maybe your spine's out of alignment or your hips are out of alignment, and it's sending everything kind of like out of whack. And I also see that his posture is very tense and very tight and very guarded. So it feels like you're holding a lot of tension in your muscles, in your shoulders, in your arms, in your neck, probably in your hips as well. And again, he's like all clenched even up here too. So again, the neck area, even the jaw. Yeah, I feel in my jaw that there's tension in your jaw as well. And this is because I feel like when you are getting rest, it's very surface level rest, and you're not getting into that deep enough sleep to actually relax all your muscles and everything. You're in that stage of sleep where you're still holding on to all that tension. So there's a big disruption to your alignment. So you may need to see like a chiropractor, or you may need to, get some sort of balance done on yourself to find that alignment again. But mostly it's about sort of getting rid of all the extra energy that you're carrying, all of this stimulating energy, getting out into nature, shaking out the tension, or doing something to get rid of the tension. If maybe going for a run or going for a walk each day to get rid of some of the tension you're carrying, so that by the time you do go to bed, your body's able to rest and relax properly and not carry that tension through the evening hours as well. And the meditative side of that, if you're meditating before bed, that can help you to begin to empty your mind before you're going to sleep, and hopefully create a peaceful place to sleep where you are resting and letting go of all that tension once again. I'm getting strong vibes that you guys are like, you have an indoor job where you're like, working on computers, or you're like, whatever you do, you spend a lot of time indoors, and it feels like you're just constantly absorbing all this energy that you're not able to release, and then it's causing this restlessness. You could be stressed with a lot on your plate, and it's all about finding that time to wind down and let go of all of that to get a good rest for your body to sort of rejuvenate and repair itself. We have the sacral chakra, but it's in the upright, so I'm not sensing that there's really a blockage here. I almost feel like this is advice, and your body's asking you to find time to, if you have a partner, to be intimate and romantic and have that intimate time together. Or then whether you're in a relationship or not, it could also be asking you to find time to connect with your creative side and do something creative, some sort of art, or creative endeavor of some kind. Maybe your life is very left-brained, and your body wants you to find that balance and start to channel your right brain a bit more and get creative and stuff to kind of like get that alignment back in there as well. One more for group 2's body and what it's trying to tell them. We have number 8, trapped in fear. Yeah, so he's holding his head and he's also holding his knee here. So like this alignment issue is kind of seems to be putting your whole body out from like the foundation up. So it feels like everything's a little bit out for you guys. So you may have like various pain in different areas, and it's all because of the fact that everything's a little bit out of alignment, and you need to get that back into alignment. So like I said, you could even go to like a chiropractor to get your spine, and your hips back into alignment. There's certain energy work and certain energy healings that can like rebalance you, like Reiki, you can balance your chakras doing Reiki and kinergetics and things like that. Otherwise, lots of rest, lots of meditation, maybe stretching, making sure that you're sitting and sleeping in good positions, setting the intention for your mind body to put itself back into alignment, because obviously the body has the intelligence to heal itself as well. I feel like something else that can help you guys as well is either getting away for a bit or taking time every day where you can't be disrupted. So even if it's like 15 minutes a day, or if you can get away for like a few days or something, it's very crucial for you to be setting time aside without disruptions. So like, your phone's on do not disturb, you can't be contacted, work can't get a hold of you, family can't get, like you really need to be setting aside time for yourself to just tune out and completely disconnect from everything and everyone to connect back with yourself. And then that's going to help you, it seems, be open and receptive to what's coming instead of being more fearful and anxious about what's coming. Because obviously a fearful mindset will attract things to be fearful of, whereas a positive mindset will attract good things. Okay, I do need to take one layer off here. I'm getting a little bit warm now. It was really cold before, now I'm really warm. Yeah, I had 2 jumpers on, that's how cold I was. I had a big woolly cardigan and then I had this. All right, so we're going to do some clarification before we move on to the next part or get some more. Just to make sure that I haven't missed anything with these oracles. But yeah, like physically, I feel like you guys might be noticing like knee pain, hip pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, maybe even headaches. And it's because like something is out of alignment and it's putting everything else out of alignment. And that's like the physical side effect. But then at the root of this, it's kind of like this physical imbalance is coming from an imbalance of like, you know, in other areas of your life, like work and rest, that's imbalanced. Being logic versus being intuitive, that's imbalanced. It seems like you guys have to use your left brain all the time, and it's time to start balancing that back out as well. So, you know, this your physical body is out of balance or out of alignment because a lot of other things are out of alignment. So when you align everything else, you'll start to come back into that good alignment. All right, so is there anything that we have missed with rest and rejuvenate in reverse? 7 of Wands. Yes, you definitely need to look after yourself, prioritize yourself, and protect your energy. This is definitely giving me that message of finding that time to completely disconnect. Like this person's out here on mountains and all these people are trying to get to him and he's like, just leave me alone. So you do need to find that time to disconnect and just be alone where nobody can disturb you. And you can just tune into nature, tune into yourself, tune into your creative energy, tune into your intuition, if I didn't already say that. That needs to be a priority for you. So if you can't get away, finding time, sort of like, you know, even 15 minutes a day to, you know, meditate or sit outside or something like that until you can get away. But then you should still continue to do that anyway, just saying. We have the King of Wands, and this is in the reverse. So it's like you've got a lot of energy and a lot of power and it's just sort of being misdirected, or you haven't quite harnessed it because of this imbalance that's going on. It feels like all the energy that you're taking on, and because like obviously when we go into nature, we give all that energy that we've been absorbing and taking on, we kind of give it back to the earth. So the King of Wands in reverse is kind of someone to me that has all that energy, but they're not channeling it into the right things. So like if you can get grounded and channel that energy properly, I feel like you're going to really kind of step into your power. Let's have a look at number 16, disruption. Is there anything that we have missed? We have the 7 of Cups. Again, I feel like there's a lot of things trying to get your attention and you're being pulled in a lot of different directions a lot of the time, so much so that maybe your own self-care gets put on the back burner. And I feel like this is about taking off like the blindfold to clearly see that you need to take care of you, or you're not going to be able to take care of all of this. Sorry, that's too many there. 3 again. Can we just have one, please, Spirit? One more for disruption. Is there anything that I had missed with disruption? The 10 of Wands. Yeah, so you're overwhelmed by the load that you're carrying at the moment. So whatever you're doing in your life, you're overwhelmed with responsibility, with your workload, with whatever you've got going on. And you're not giving to yourself enough or prioritizing your own energy enough, and you're getting to a point where you're going to reach a point of like exhaustion or burnout, or this pain's literally going to force you to take time off and rest if you don't consciously do that yourself. So I think that you need to start seeing clearly how important it is to take care of your health and your physical body, because it can only take so much, and it seems like it's getting to a point where it's going to become like a chronic issue, or like it's going to be chronic pain, or something that like keeps you bedridden or keeps you out of action or something like that. So you'll be forced to take a rest if you don't start to take care of yourself. Again here, like look how hunched over and stuff he is. So I feel again like your posture, taking care of your posture is really important to help with this alignment, because it does look like some of you guys may sort of be sitting at a desk for a long time, or your job involves being in an awkward position a lot, or like bending forward, or doing something where your spine's in an uncomfortable position or a weird position. And it looks like you need to balance that out. So again, like chiropractor, or I don't know, maybe you need to invest in like a really good mattress, or maybe you need to strengthen your upper back or your hips, or make sure that you're walking every day to counter that sitting or that posture. But there's definitely something here to do with your back and your spinal alignment. What about number 2, sacral chakra? Is there anything I missed there? Oh, I need to scratch my nose. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups. It's kind of looking like it's a bit more in reverse to me. And that's telling me that you need to find time for fun. You need to find more time to be playful and have fun times, experience joy. Like doing more things that make your heart happy and experiencing more fun, maybe connecting with your siblings or your friends or your cousins or your family, celebrating life. Even if there's nothing to celebrate, just create a celebration. This is about doing things that make you happy, and that's going to boost your self-esteem, boost your energy levels, and help with that balance that seems to be lacking. So maybe there's a lot of work and not a lot of play going on, or a lot of responsibilities but not enough time out for fun and joy and happiness. Whoa. Queen of Cups, time to love yourself and do things that make you happy. Basically, time to be a little bit selfish. You need to carve some of that time out. Even if you're like a mother or something, or a father, you have an identity outside of your children. So it's okay to do things that make you feel like you sometimes. You need that time, because then you feel like you're at your best because you love yourself and you're treating yourself well, and then you have a lot more love to give those around you. Number 8, trapped in fear. Is there anything that I've missed with number 8, trapped in fear? He's sitting quite awkwardly in that card too, actually, the Eight of the Trapped in Fear card, number 8. So again, like, I don't know what you guys do for a living or what you're doing at home. It's like you're sitting in weird positions, or your body is taking a bit of a hit for some reason. Or maybe you're just sitting for too long at a time. Is there anything I missed with the number 8, Trapped in Fear, or did I cover all that? Oh, there we go. So we have number 8, Strength. So an 8, clarifying the 8. So strength is about coming into harmony with yourself, about bringing yourself into balance. So again, as you bring yourself into alignment and bring yourself into balance, I feel like this is going to help you get out of the anxiety or the fearful thoughts. And it's also going to help you escape this pain and tension that your body is carrying as well. So your alignment is very, very important, group 2. And the Four of Pentacles, that's like letting go. The Four of Pentacles in this position is like holding on to things really tightly, like he's got his feet firmly planted on the ground. He's sitting here, he's holding on to a lot of tension. He's very still, very controlled. And then in the reverse, it's like letting all that tension, all that control go, loosening up. So that's what you guys need to do. Find time to loosen up, let go of all that tension, all that anxiety, all that rigidity. Rigidity? Is that the right word? Oh my gosh. I hope that was the right word. Rigidity. I think it is. Let's move on. So we're now going to go into the mermaid messages, or the messages of the mermaids, or something. It'll be in the description box below if you would like to check. And we're going to see if there's anything that the mermaids would like to add in terms of what your body is asking of you, or how you can sort of help yourself in any other way. So what are the mermaid messages for group 2? Okay. Blessings. So count your blessings. Count all the things that you have to be grateful for, and really focus on everything that makes you feel blessed. Do things that make you feel blessed. Choose to focus on the blessings and just sort of celebrate them. Like I said, even if there's no reasons to celebrate, find some reasons to celebrate. Excuse me a moment. I'm really trying not to forget about this tea so that it doesn't go to waste. We have the future. So focusing on your blessings are going to attract more blessings in the future. Whereas if you get stuck in this fearful, tense rigidity, you're going to manifest more of that in the future. So I feel like at the moment you really are creating your future and manifesting your future. So the more you focus on the blessings, the better your future is going to look, I suppose. So you're guided to really watch your thoughts, rewrite them, change the way that you feel physically, and then also the way that you feel about yourself and how much love you're giving to yourself, so that you can get into this energy where you are seeing the blessings, you're noticing the abundance around you, because it's going to attract more of it, because you're co-creating your reality as we speak. So you want to really make it positive if you can. And I think it all comes down to just like, balancing out your life in every way, balancing out time for yourself and time for others, balancing out time for work, time for leisure, balancing out time for stillness, time for movement, balancing time for creativity, time for logic, just balance in all areas for you guys. It's really just about like recalibrating. Abundance. I was just talking about abundance. So focusing on all the abundance that you have around you already. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. It's going to create more of that in the future. So again, same kind of message. Just start to create more of that balance in your life so that you're seeing more of the blessings and more of the abundance around you. Yeah, and free spirit. So finding time to literally free your spirit and be a free spirit. That's what your reading really comes down to. Your spirit just wants to feel free. It's feeling very trapped. So that means that your body is feeling very tense, very tight, very controlled, very rigid. And you need to really loosen all of that up. Be more of a free spirit so that you can change the way that you're viewing life, viewing what you already have, and attracting more of the blessings and the abundance in the future. Awesome. All right. So the last thing that we're going to do for you guys is we're going to go into the essential oils deck. So whether or not you work with essential oils, we're going to find out what your body needs, and you can either go and get this oil for yourself, or if you don't work with oils, you can find a way that resonates with you to give that to yourself. But yeah, either way, it can be helpful. I'll say it now, always do your research before using anything new, okay? I'm not a doctor, so always do your research, but I do give you the safety advice that is available in the guidebook. But again, I'm not a doctor. All right, so what does group 2's body need at the moment? I'll give you a few options and then I'll read the physical benefits, or what you can use that oil for physically. So the first out is lavender, soothes and supports. So lavender is pretty easy to get your hands on. I did learn something about lavender recently, thanks to a friend of mine who sent me a video that apparently using lavender on boys is not actually recommended. So look into that if you have a child or children. But yeah, what else can be helpful for group 2's physical body at the moment, please? We have celery seed, detoxifies and releases. Love that. This is definitely resonating with your message so far. And the final one that can help group 2's physical body, please. Black spruce, restores energy and builds confidence. Yes, love that. All right, so I'll grab the book and we'll have a look at, because this is a reading about the physical body, I thought I would read out the physical benefits. I'll kind of leave the spiritual benefits out of it. And I'll stick to the physical body for this reading. We'll just go in alphabetical order so that I'm not going back and forward. So we'll start with black spruce. So you can use a black spruce for acne outbreaks due to hormones or stress, adrenal fatigue, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, asthma, back pain, chronic back or joint pain, bronchitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, coughs, for curbing risky behaviour, for emphysema, excessive eating, fatigue, fearfulness. Oh my God, we got that here too. Hormonal imbalances related to the hypothalamus, pituitary and thymus, hypertension, hypothyroidism, limited thinking and beliefs, low libido, low testosterone levels, melancholy, memory loss or impairment, muscle aches and pains, nervous exhaustion or overwork, poor circulation, poor sexual performance in men, post-surgery or post-cancer treatment, sinusitis, stress-induced short-term memory loss, surgical wounds, testosterone insufficiency in men, unforgiving attitudes and wound healing. And it says safe to apply, undiluted. So much of that stuff actually came up literally in your reading. So I was kind of like shocked reading through all that. That was incredible. So next is celery seed. All right, so celery seed you can use for arthritis, blood toxicity, diarrhea, dizziness, edema, epilepsy, flatulence, gallstones, gastroesophageal reflux disorder, gout, headaches, high blood pressure, indigestion, insect repellent, irregular menstrual cycles, kidney stones, liver cleansing, menstrual cramps, muscle aches or cramps, neuropathy and nerve damage, osteoporosis, poor appetite, poor circulation, rheumatism, stiff joints, stroke prevention or recovery, ulcers, uterine health, and weak spinal discs. Oh my God, I was getting so much stuff about your spine. That's wild. And also, while Spirit was fully talking over me trying to read those out, and I was trying to like half listen to what they were saying and half read. But what's interesting is the thing about lavender is, I'm sure, I could be wrong, so definitely research this yourself, but I'm sure what that thing that I watched said something about lowering testosterone levels in boys, and that's why it was harmful. So it's quite interesting that when we were reading Black Spruce, it was saying that it was helpful for testosterone levels. So maybe, just maybe, lavender's okay if you're using Black Spruce perhaps at the same time to counter that that low testosterone. But that's just off the top of my head, and I may have remembered it incorrectly. So, but I feel like that was my guides talking over me reading. I don't feel like it was my thoughts. So that could be something that can counter it out, and it could be why they came out together, just saying. Okay, and lavender. I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea because it's got to be getting cold by now. All right, so lavender is good for allergies, anxiety, arthritis, bug bites, burns, colic, cuts or blisters, dermatitis, dysmenorrhea, which is painful periods, eczema, fatigue, hay fever, headaches, hives, hypertension, infections, inflammation, insomnia, migraines, nosebleeds, panic attacks, pink eye. Apply the oil around the eye, not in it. Restless sleep, rheumatism, scars, stress, sunburns, teeth grinding, and wounds. For safety here, it says, while you can take this essential oil internally, do not use it for cooking. It's safe to use undiluted, but dilute it if you have highly sensitive skin and you're going to use it topically. And it says it can be used safely on children if diluted first. So again, I would do the research when it comes to putting it on boys, like younger boys. I don't think the thing I watched said anything about adult males, but potentially, children, it might be different. So I would just check. But that is what I have for you, group 2. So if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment below which group was for you and which one resonated. Feel free to share the video with any of your friends who might be dealing with some pain, who might find this reading helpful. Subscribe to the channel for future uploads. But until next time, guys, stay safe, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading, where we are going to find out what your physical body is trying to tell you. My voice just escaped me for a moment then. So you guys are here if you're drawn to the world is our heaven on earth. So maybe you felt like you needed to hear this today, or you needed this reminder. Maybe you're not seeing the world in the most beautiful of lens at the moment, and that's why you felt drawn to this one. Or maybe you are seeing it as a heaven on earth at the moment, and that's why you resonated with it. Either way, we're going to find out what your physical body is trying to tell you. And this can be like if you're in any pain or discomfort, or if you're run down, or if you're exhausted, if you're not sleeping, anything to do with your physical body that might be going on with you. We're going to find out the reason behind it so that you can treat the source of the issue rather than just treat the symptom that's showing up. So we'll have a look at the back of this, which says, we are the power we are looking for. Each one of us is linked with the universe and with life. So that's quite a big and powerful affirmation, especially compared to the last or the ones in the other group. Like this is very big, universal, big picture, this affirmation, you know, like big picture thinking. So it'll be quite interesting to see what comes up for you guys. Sorry, I will turn that over so that we know this is for group 3. But yeah, let's see for you guys what's going on with your physical body and what the message is behind it. So we're on to group 3, please, Spirit. What's going on with group 3's physical body and what's the message behind it? I don't know why I paused for so long. What's going on with group 3's body and what is the message behind it? Group 3. Why can't I talk for you guys? Excuse me. Is there some throat chakra going on in this group? Oops, sorry. Throat chakra blockages or something? Okay, so we have number 6 coming out to start off with, which is Memories of Love. We have number 4, Firm Foundation. So you guys may be experiencing some intense lower back pain at the moment there, with where that triangle is. It feels like your foundation's off and then maybe perhaps everything else from there up is off. But I'm seeing specifically the lower back, but even any part of the back and shoulders perhaps. And you're holding on to something. You're holding on to something in the root chakra. So what can you tell us about group 3's physical body and what it's trying to tell group 3? We've got number 8, Accelerated Motion, and underneath we have number 1, Love Begins. I'm not going to lie, you guys have a couple of similar cards to group 1. So I don't know if some of you maybe have picked both groups or if we're just getting similar messages, but we'll see. We'll continue and we'll see how it differs or how it becomes a bit more unique. But from what I can see here is, with the way that in this card something's being held onto, it's something from the past, because we've got Memories of Love. So there is something from the past that you're holding in your root chakra, and this is causing physical pain in the lower back region, potentially, you know, hips, tailbone, lower back. Seems to be where the pain, the physical pain is, or the physical tension that you're feeling or noticing. And it seems to be, it's blocking a new beginning of some kind. It feels like overcoming this issue is going to trigger something to happen very quickly. It's going to be some type of breakthrough. And there's a brand new beginning on the other end of that in some way. So we'll clarify what that might be. But for you guys, I'm just seeing that you're holding something in your root chakra that you need to heal in order to heal the root chakra. And then that alone creates all this movement and all these breakthroughs in your life and opens up a new beginning. Something that you have a lot of love for. So let's get the clarifiers out and try to figure this out in a little bit more depth. So you could be, I don't know if it's like you're holding on to a person or a wound. it's something to do with that root chakra. So root chakra wounds are usually to do with like being in survival mode, childhood trauma that's been like, you know, suppressed for years and just buried in that root chakra. It can be financial instability, it can be, you know, grief, it can be anger, guilt, shame, I think, is in that root chakra. But, all right, so for number 6, memories of love, first let me ask, what is it that group 3 is holding on to in that root chakra? What is it that group 3 is holding on to? Four of Cups in the reverse. What's group 3 holding on to? I don't know. I feel like you know what it is, but you either don't want to let it go, or for some reason you kind of almost choose to hold on to it. There could be something here to do with like instant gratification. But I feel like there is an awareness maybe that you need to take action to end something or let something go in full, but there's just this stubbornness or this reluctancy to do so. Okay, so is there anything that I have missed with memories of love aside from that for group 3 for their physical vessel and what it's trying to tell them? We have the Fool in reverse. It's like you're refusing to free yourself from something. What have I missed with memories of love for group 3? Yeah, you're being very stubborn and kind of refusing to take the leap. I feel like you're very wise, you're very aware of what you need to do, but you're not taking that leap. And because you're being so like rigid and set in your ways, it's like your root chakra is like hardening because you're not loosening up and freeing yourself. So you see the metaphorical similarities, like you're not freeing yourself in real life, and so your body's not feeling free. Like your body's becoming restricted because you're being too controlled or too like rigid and too stubborn. God, rigid's the word of the day, I think. Can we clarify firm foundation, please? Is there anything I missed with firm foundation? If you're impulsive with money or you have any money issues, and because foundation could also be something to do with like, your material foundation, your financial foundation, your ability to sustain a living. There could be some not so great behaviors with money. Maybe you need to start being more wise and more careful with your money. Because potentially maybe there's a codependency. You could be relying on someone else to get by or to finance yourself or something, and that's causing the root chakra because the root chakra is also about like your financial stability, your ability to survive. And if you're not in a comfortable position, you're generally in survival mode, and that flares up the root chakra. So maybe if you're in a tight spot with your finances, maybe you could seek help from like a financial advisor or someone who is like quite, wise, and someone who knows what they're doing, whether it's, a professional or a friend or a parent or someone that can help you get on track and get in a better financial position for yourself. Clarify firm foundation, please. Why is the root chakra blocked? For group 3, why is group 3's root chakra? Yeah, okay, so some of you are dealing with financial instability. You're not secure in your financial world, and it's rocking the boat, so to speak. It's making your root chakra go into survival mode, where it's very tight, very tense, and it's a physical manifestation of your lack of financial stability. So maybe you need to try to do what's in your power to resolve that situation. Yeah, because it's creating a lot of fears. I feel like it's really triggering your... if you grew up in scarcity or you grew up struggling, it's triggering that survival mode from childhood, or it's just triggering you to become really fearful, really worried all the time about where your income's going to come from, how you're going to put food on the table, and that constant stress is just seriously like sending your root chakra into hyperdrive. So you need to really address your subconscious beliefs about money, your relationship to money, group 3. Big emphasis on the psychological work behind the psychological reason behind why you are this way. All right, accelerated motion. Can we clarify this? Is there going to be a breakthrough? And if so, what is it? All right, so it will help you leave it does feel like there's some self-discovery that goes on. And maybe leaving behind an old part of you, or like the part of you that was impulsive, or the part of you that served you well until now, and kind of like moving on and growing, discovering, like there's like a journey going on here. But it helps you kind of like leave behind something behind for like a clean slate. Yeah, Six of Swords. It's like a fresh start, moving towards more stable ground. Getting things in order. What about love begins? What's this new beginning? So group 3, if they follow this advice and they heal these issues, what's the new beginning that's in store? Wow, 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 wow. Ace of Swords on the bottom, definitely new beginning. Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. So they're all in reverse because I feel like they're not available. Oh, there's something else there. And the King of Swords. That's a pretty... So they're all in reverse, and I feel like that's because it's like not here yet or not available yet. But if we were to look at them all in the upright position with these... This is like a very, very like equal matchup, a meeting of minds, a meeting of energies, very equal energies, soulmate energies, or business partnership energies. It's two people, two equals coming together and forming one hell of a team for either love or business. So potentially, it feels more like a creative partnership or like a business partnership. But it's like like you guys were destined to do this. You were destined to create this in this lifetime. It may start from an idea. Oh, look at that. Ace of Cups underneath that too. It may start from an idea. It may be spiritual or creative related. And it's very, very destined. Like there's a real deep purpose to why this has to be done. Like I said, it's a meeting of minds, a meeting of energies who will collaborate and make a really, really great team to build something. So potentially you need to heal your money issues before you make all that money, because this could be like a windfall that's coming in for you. Look at that, King of Pentacles, the Sun, abundance, money, 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 abundance, abundance, abundance. But if you don't know how to treat it, you're going to get nowhere. So essentially you need to heal a money issue which triggers the movement in your business or in your income or in your life. It influences a meeting of you and this person, and then this all falls into place. Like, that would make so much sense. Otherwise, if it's not relating for the money thing, it could definitely be something else that you're refusing to end in your life or refusing to address that's causing some sort of emotional instability. And you're being too stubborn and too rigid in your ways, too set in your ways, and you need to like loosen up a bit and consider a new way of being, find out why you fear change so much, and do what you need to do to make those changes, because those changes lead to all this beautiful abundance that's coming in for you. But if you're not willing to make the changes that you need to make, then it kind of is a missed opportunity, a very big one at that. Wow. So, yeah. Let's move on to the next part. So now we're going to go into the messages from the mermaids, and we're going to see if there's anything that they would like to add for group 3 on top of what we have here. Okay, mermaids, so what else have you got for group 3 here in terms of what their physical body is trying to tell them? Sorry, my hand's really itchy. And I'm putting those cards back because they didn't feel right. My hand was like really itchy and I kind of threw them because, yeah, anyway. Messages from the Mermaids for group 3. Is there anything else they would like to add to the messages thus far? What is their physical body trying to tell them? Okay. All right, we have blessings. So there definitely are blessings on the way in for you if you can find the strength, you know, to make the necessary changes that you need to make. We have solitude. So your body is asking you to spend some time alone in solitude, you know, going into the depths, going into the darkness, trying to figure out the deeper meaning as to why you are set in your ways, or as to why you are this way with your money, or, you know, however this is uniquely resonating with you. Solitude is the key to all of the discovery. What is group 3's body trying to tell them? We have go with the flow. See, you guys are rigid. You're set in your ways. You're stubborn. You need to find a way to loosen up. It makes me think that maybe you guys could find 10 minutes a day to chuck some music on and just dance and go with the flow and move your body with the music, even if you're not a dancer. It's just going to help you really just like loosen your body up and free all that tension up, and like, I don't know, it'll just kind of teach you to physically go with the flow, which might help you spiritually and emotionally go more with the flow. Because if your body's not moving and you're holding on to a lot and you're not finding ways to release that energy, it's no surprise that you're going to become rigid and tense, you know? So physically moving your body can, I guess, encourage that emotional movement, the movement of the energy in you and all of that. And underneath the deck is free spirit. So yeah, becoming more of a free spirit, tuning more into the spirit inside you. Remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. And sometimes you really need to free that spiritual side out of you, because the spiritual side loves going with the flow and just loves being free and just doing life, creating a life that you feel blessed to have. You know, that's all the spirit really wants. So that is your advice from the Mermaids. So the final thing we're going to do, I just realised that I've had my earrings in this whole thing, and I bet you it's been tapping the entire time. No, I'm so sorry, everyone. Crap. Oh, I forgot to take them out today. I'm usually so good. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I hope it hasn't been really annoying for you guys. Anyway, final part of the reading. We're going to get 3 essential oils that can help your body with what's going on. Even if you don't use essential oils, knowing what they do for you or will do for you, you can find something else that resonates with you to give that to yourself. But yeah, we're going to get 3 options in case, you know, one doesn't suit you or one doesn't agree with you or something like that. We'll get 3 options, but we'll also tell you what they are helpful for in terms of the physical body, because this is a reading that's more or less about the physical body. So I'll tell you what you can use these essential oils for that will physically benefit you. So what can help group 3, please? What can help group 3's physical body, I should say. So the first one out for you guys is clove. Restores strength and immunity. What can help group 3, please? What can help their physical body? Oh, damn. So we're going to just take the one that came out first. Copaiba. Someone else got that too. Bridges body and mind. Oh, so that could help. If your mind is wanting to make these changes, but your body's being really rigid, it can kind of help bridge that gap and get them on the same page. And patchouli lightens and eases worry. All right, so we'll go into the book. Oh, how nice. They're in alphabetical order for me this time. Thanks, Spirit, because I've been reading them in alphabetical order all this time, but they weren't coming out that way. Clove, where are we? Okay, so physical benefits. You can use this for arthritis and joint pain, blood sugar imbalances, brain support, bursitis, circulation, colds and flu, cold sores, fatigue, fibromyalgia, fungal infections, gout, hypertension, immune boost, infections, liver support, metabolism support, mosquito repellent, muscle aches, parasites, slow metabolism, smoking addiction, tendinitis, thyroid issues, tooth pain and cavities, viral infections. For safety, dilute for topical use as it may cause skin irritation. For internal use, dilute the oil before placing it in an empty capsule and use with caution during pregnancy or if you have a liver condition. Please note those safety requirements, but always do your own research before using anything new. I'm not a doctor. I just give you this information from this book. I think she's a doctor though. DNM. Is that like Diploma of Natural Medicine or something, maybe? And a PhD? Who knows? So Copaiba. So you can use this for abdominal discomfort, aging skin and boosting collagen production, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, arthritis and joint ligament and tendon pain, atherosclerosis, autoimmune disorders, bacterial infections, bedwetting and incontinence, bloating, bruises and blisters, burns, cancer, cognitive impairment, colitis, coughs, dental and gum issues, digestive problems including constipation, endometriosis, fungal infections, gastrointestinal tract health. Because I've already read this one, I'm getting lazy, so I'm sorry. I'll stop. I need to be focused. I'm nearly finished. Focus. Gastrointestinal tract health, gout, heel spurs, high blood pressure, inflammation, insomnia, intestinal infections, liver toxicity, memory problems, muscle pain or cramps, nausea, neuropathy or nerve pain, ocular or eye pressure pain, Parkinson's disease, plantar fasciitis, premenstrual syndrome, psoriasis, respiratory issues, skin blemishes, sore throat, stress, tendinitis, tonsillitis, viral infections, vomiting, weakened immune system and wounds. For safety, dilute for topical use if you have sensitive skin. But again, always do your research because I am not a doctor. Not a doctor. What show does that? Someone says not a doctor at the end of it. I can't think now. Anyway, patchouli is used for acne, anxiety, body odor, candida infections, cold sores and fever blisters, dandruff, dry skin, eczema, flu viruses, fluid retention, gut infections, impetigo, insect bites and stings, insect repellent, low or imbalanced dopamine levels, as with Parkinson's disease, low libido, nervous system conditions, oily hair, rashes and hives, sexual anxiety, sexual performance, shingles, skin conditions, snake bites, stretch marks, ulcers. Can I say that? I think I can say that, surely. It's like a medical thing. Vaginal infections, weight issues. And for this one, it's safe to apply undiluted unless you have sensitive skin. So again, always do your research. I'm not a doctor. that is your reading today, group 3. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been helpful and that this is going to help you heal the issues that you're facing in your physical body, but not only that, also to get to the root of why you're carrying this pain and to try to figure out what it is that you need to actually let go or walk away from to release all of that tension that you're carrying and really free yourself to feel better, I guess, and to feel like you're more in flow, because right now you seem to not be in flow with spirit, which means you're not in flow with your highest path. You're being stubborn and refusing to make the changes that you need to make to be able to go with the flow and bring those blessings in and free your energy, free your muscles even, to become a free spirit. So don't forget to like this video, comment, let me know how it went for you, subscribe for future uploads. But until next time, guys, stay safe, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.